Got a bad bitch, bad than a motherfucker. She be on my dick, got you mad than a motherfucker. Bitch got a bitch, I be glad than a motherfucker. Bitch haters, they be sad than a motherfucker. Swag so mean, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker. Got a bad bitch, bad than a motherfucker. She be on my dick, got you mad than a motherfucker. Bitch got a bitch, I be glad than a motherfucker. Bitch haters, they be sad than a motherfucker. Swag so mean, get the bag like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker. I got cash on me. Ask your bitch, bitch, don't ask me. Same night visit if your girl pass me. Don't do bitch niggas, don't at me. Get around taxi, get it straight khaki. I'm a dog lassie, fuck the pass me. Like a motherfucker, in the league catch me. Run the game athlete, need a chick sassy. Booty bumping, bumping like acne. Let me pound, hash key, I'm a real nigga. Let you bust another nut, baby, lap me. Honey, step up, be my Cassie. Got a bad bitch, bad than a motherfucker. She be on my dick, got you mad than a motherfucker. Bitch got a bitch, I be glad than a motherfucker. Bitch haters, they be sad than a motherfucker. Swag so mean, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker. Got a bad bitch, bad than a motherfucker. She be on my dick, got you mad than a motherfucker. Bitch got a bitch, I be glad than a motherfucker. Bitch haters, they be sad than a motherfucker. Swag so mean, get the bag like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker. I put it on the cross. I'm the opposite of soft. Still no days off. Key to the city, got the game on lock. Bitch, I'm a boss now. Started from the bottom, I can never stop now. Thou wows in the mall, don't care what it costs now. I'm with a knockout, baby body banging real hard. Still riding with my Glock out. Big bags never clock out. Beat the beat first, make all them pennies drop down. Cash first, ass last, later on she get knocked down. I be going deep, sex game on fleek. Want a meal like me, payday 7 days of the week. I drip and she drop like a leak. Like a motherfucker, take risks, take leaps, 10 toes, no sleep. Get the bag like a motherfucker. Get the bag like a motherfucker. Get the bag like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker. Got a bad bitch, bad than a motherfucker. She be on my dick, got you mad than a motherfucker. Bitch got a bitch, I be glad than a motherfucker. Bitch haters, they be sad than a motherfucker. Swag so mean, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker, got a bad bitch, bad than a motherfucker. She be on my dick, got you mad than a motherfucker. Bitch got a bitch, I be glad than a motherfucker. Bitch haters, they be sad than a motherfucker. Swag so mean, get the bag like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker.
What's motherfucking poppin'? We back in the motherfucking building. Your boy, RAWASAS, doing what the fuck he do. All on the table. We in the motherfucking building. Tonight, today, this afternoon, whenever the fuck you listening to this motherfucker, we got a treat for y'all. We got Young YP in the building, Killer YP in the building, aka Young Promise. What's poppin'?
Man, what's good with you? Man, what's poppin' is everything lovely, blessed, grateful, happy to be here, all on the table. Young Promise work all day.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. So off the rip, Young Promise, what does that mean? I could sit here and formulate 45 different ways as to what that name means, but I ain't about to sit here and tell the people the wrong shit. So I'm gonna let you tell them. What does Young Promise mean? Killer YP, however you want to break it down, break it all down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me slide on the red carpet one time. You know what I mean? Young Promise. You feel me? This goes back to originally when I took off, and you know how you get that name from the street. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody give you a name, and there's eventually some stick because they see how you move, they see how you operate. So Young Promise comes from the fact that promise is something that I don't make to break. You feel me? But when at age 14, when I was rapping with my white dudes, my dudes off the block and everything, and everybody knew me, you feel me? And one thing they knew I didn't do, I never swore. What I always did was make a promise. And so when we sat there and mixed up my first mixtape called Show Me Love Mixtape, we sat there and we went over to artistry and we said, well, what name is you gonna put out, P? Because everybody called me P. You feel me? And me and my boys, the engineer, the other guys that jumped in on the project, they was like, look, You promise. You know what I'm saying? All you do, you be like, I promise, I promise. And we know because you hold those dear to your heart. And every time you promise, so look, Young Promise, and they call me the Promiss. And that's why we got the 2 S's, no E. You feel me? So that's what it is. So the KILLUH YP, man, the KILLUH YP came back from just me jumping back in the game 2 years ago. Well, I'm about to hit 2 years next month. And I started lethally executing what I love to do. And that's just by being precise on the beats. And everyone say KILLUH verse, KILLUH beat. It's KILLUH YP.
There you go. Oh, I'm appreciating all of that right there. First of all, the fact that you was able to articulate that right there. Most motherfuckers be like, oh, my name is just my name. Fuck out of here. That shit gotta mean something. Like, that's when you know shit is real. Shit gotta mean something.
Yes.
You can't tell me what your name means. Why the fuck is that your name?
Yeah. No, it means something. It means a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I'm going to debut an album on them, and I'm going to debut it, and I'm going to drop the young. And it's just going to be like, you know, I'm going to take over like Cher, Adele, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be Promise.
I hear that.
You feel me? So it's coming soon. Y'all stay tuned because it's coming soon.
Hey, stay the fuck tuned. It's not a game. She ain't playing with you motherfuckers.
Ain't none.
So you said you started spitting when you put out your first mixtape at 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume you gotta have a bunch of mixtapes out there at this point. How many mixtapes you got out there?
See, this is crazy. This is wild. Let me tell you why. Because back at 14, I wrote about 12 tracks on my own privately. Nobody really knew that I was so in tune with music the way that I was. You feel me? So what I used to do is spit freestyle. We'd be at school. We hit the Friday night with the DJ would come and we would spit and do our thing. And a couple of boys I would spit with on the weekends at the kickbacks. And but what they didn't know is I had been writing since I was like 5 years old. You see, 6, 7, I got better and better at just like also the physical part of writing, that I was writing to other people's music, and I was writing R&B artists' music and stuff like that, you know, making my own song of a song that was playing right there. And what they didn't realize is at 14, I had a mixtape, you feel me? But I never let it out. What I did, I just kind of stayed learning and stayed experiencing and stayed enjoying my life and just kind of like hitting it with different people and like, okay, so my horizons were expanded real young, culturally. Okay. You see, culturally, musically, of course, physically and mentally. So actually that mixtape that I ended up doing, I did not put it out on wax until I was actually, I believe I was actually turning 19. So wow. I was turning 19. And what ended up happening, I had about 12 songs, 12 tracks that I really had went into. And the engineer, he was actually a dude that was going into the Navy or the Air Force. And he was about to become he was using that so he could get schooled in music engineering. Okay. And so one day, you know,
which is smart. A lot of you motherfuckers out there, pay attention to what she just said. The boy went to the Air Force so he can get the bread so he can go to school for engineering. For those of y'all don't know, that engineering schools is expensive as fuck. This is on Harvard, Yale prices type shit. So if you really try and get official, that's where you got to go. And that shit's not cheap. I got my man, like my brother, did the two of them actually did the same motherfucking thing. Went to the Navy, got that chicken. My man then went to fucking like 4 different schools, man. Boy could do everything from the first sound of the beat to fucking mastering that shit. So listen, y'all, stop thinking the internet gonna teach you everything. Sometimes you gotta take your ass to school. You know what I'm saying? Yep. My bad. Keep going. I cut you off. My bad.
Oh, you good. And that's real. It's about the trade. You feel me? So, because I'm gonna tell you like this off what you said, that is real spit. Like my boy, he did not want to go into there, but his dad, he comes from a line of it. His dad was Dominican, and they came from a line from him. So he took the positive side of it, and he said, "Let me look into the schooling." So what we did, because this was my boy, and I showed up at his house one day, and I was like, "What's good?" And shout out to Nile, Nile, nigga, intentionally living easy. You feel me? We sat down, and he had to break the news to me like in 2 weeks I ship off. I'm like, "Where the fuck you going?" And he like, "I gotta go to I think it was the Air Force." He's like, "I gotta go to the Air Force." I said, what you about to do?" So he told me, and then boom, I let him know. He's like, "I want to record you before I go. I want to be the first person to put you on wax." So I'm like, let's go. We rolled up. I sat there and brought out the information. And then, you know, my first mixtape, it was called Show Me Love Mixtape. And we couldn't stop. We had 2 weeks. That first mixtape drop, it had 32 tracks. We couldn't stop. We spent we spent every moment, you feel me, because that's what him and I did. We already had a connection off music. We had a, you know, kind of like a short-term friendship, but we connected real deep, you know what I'm saying? And so and I'll let you know right now, all on the table, about 10 years ago, my whole passion of music got ripped out my life. I had a choice to make. Do I save my life? Do I take care of what's going on in my life? Or do I continue out here doing show after show and kind of disregard being able to kind of like gradually progress my life? So I had a decision to make in 2008. And I made that decision, and it took music completely out of my life as far as me writing, recording, performing, and, you know, publishing and so forth. So I did that. February 16, 2020, God brought me back to music. And here I am creating waves. Here I am doing something I will tell you like this, is so detrimental to those who are watering down the game that they don't know how to show love yet. But the ones that appreciate and know my story and then seen the rise. And when I tell them I'm addicted to rising because my passion and my purpose are now hand in hand. And I have grown so much, and I continue to grow. And this is what I'm supposed to do. Purpose keeps calling. I have been on several mixtapes. I've been contacted to be on several within 2 years, and I haven't hit 2 years yet. I'm going to tell you like this. I've done over 85 features in the last 7 months. I have put out, I rebuilt my name. Same name, Young Promise, whole different mode, whole different steam, whole different fuel that I'm going with. And I have literally rebuilt my sound, and I'm still doing it actively today. I've rebuilt my artistry. I've rebuilt my image to the point that look at me now. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It's real to the point that I can't neglect these blessings because of timing of this music and this passion of mine. And it's not just music. I will be a mogul. I will be a humanitarian. I'm saying it today on your show today, that I will take over the game in ways that people cannot even accept, that they see that is where my aim is. My aim is not just music. I'm so much deeper than that. First
off, when this shit is in you, it's in you. That shit's never going nowhere. You can stop doing music for 45 years, but you're never going to stop thinking about it. You always going to be able to write. You probably was writing the whole time and didn't even realize you was writing.
Yeah.
It is what the fuck it is. Second, speak shit into existence. This is what I'm going to do. I keep telling people that. Stop saying, oh, I'm going to try to do this. If you trying, that means you ain't going to do it. You're supposed to say, this is what I'm going to do.
Oh, this is what I'm going to do.
This is what's going to happen. That's how you make that shit happen. Try means you willing to fail.
Yeah.
What going to do means there is by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
No matter how you look at it.
Absolutely. And that's right. You on the money with that, because I'm going to tell motherfuckers right now, they see me, you know what I'm saying, work all day. And what they don't know, it's mostly mental. You see, what God did was set me apart. God set me apart as a child. God set me apart again when music was ripped out of my life. Did I lose my connect from the artists and the influences that I've had through music during that gap? Not at all. I got even more tapped in because I stayed so tied to my passion. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I've always been a writer. I've been a poet. I write short stories. I do animations. This is a part of what I do. I am a born creator. You see, naturally gifted in those sorts. And what I don't do is neglect my blessings, because God has me standing and sitting right here in front of you, in front of the world. I am claiming global domination. I am letting you know that work all day. I am the brand. I am the brand.
I see you also too got a podcast. You didn't even throw that in there yet.
I didn't throw it in there. I dropped it. I did a little shameless plug. I said Real Spit earlier, but yes, I got a podcast, Real Spit, True to Life Talk Show with your girl, Young Promise. I had to go in one day. I went to lay down, get up. I couldn't lay down. I said, what's going on, mind? What's going on, mind? And my mind was like, get up and make something, create something off of your growth. And I've been a private person for a long time. I'm extrovert and introvert, but it's because I've paid attention in my life so long that I have vowed to paying me back for the rest of my life. So the day that I created Real Spit, I got up and I spent 3 hours on the logo. I spent, some time thinking about what do I want to make this to be. And it was about telling my truths. Because I had to hide my life. My life is private in regards to being in the system, in regards to protecting something I didn't know I was protecting. You see, nobody was really protecting me, but I was protecting lies. And my life got to the point of 8 years of therapy, 8 years of figuring me out, 6 years of sobriety, taking my mind to a place that I never wanted it to leave. And then just ultimately just everything rolling and falling into place. You see, rock bottom after rock bottom after rock bottom, I became the bounce back king is what my baby brother called me. He said, I'm going to call you the king. And I told him, I said, I will master the fact of never bouncing back again. You see?
Man, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to reach the top.
There it is.
I understand that part either, man. Let me ask you this, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm enjoying the passion that I hear in what you're saying. A lot of people won't be able to understand what you saying and how you saying it because their mind frame just ain't the same. They shit just ain't right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let me ask you this. When it comes to your music, what kind of legacy are you trying to leave? Like, what do you feel like you giving the people to make them say, yo, outside of hearing how you talk, hearing the intellect behind your conversation, what's going to make people say, damn, I got to go listen to your shit. I got to go check out KILLUH YP. I have to.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great question. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm going to tell you like this. That's something I think about every track that I go into solo, because that is a part of me being able to, and it's not about explaining. It's about demonstrating. It's about displaying. You see? So when I go into a track, so to answer your question, I want to make sure that I display myself, my authentic form on several different aspects of what my artistry is about. And I'm going to tell you like this, I'm methodical, I'm strategic, I calculate, I pay attention, I look at the lows and the highs so that I can find the data that says, how do I reach more? How do I reach higher? How do I connect? How do I take a gap that they say is only an age range of 18 to 34 and expand it to 18 to 60? This is what I do with every single track that I do. So with my music, I'm going to tell you today, I woke up this morning and I had a person that became a new follower of mine on Spotify, and they reached out to me. My information is there. All you got to do is tap in. So they reached out to me and they told me that my music was cathartic. And I'm like, damn, I don't hear that. You don't hear stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Now, the definition of cathartic is what hit me, because basically what that means is that my music is providing a psychological relief. Now, when I tell you work all day, I say it's mostly mental. To hear that feedback from a person who is not tapped into the last 2 years of me, but they've got to go onto my platform, a platform where I can provide my music and say, damn, I listen to 3 tracks. Now I make all kinds of tracks. My versatility is what I want the world to know, because that's what life is about. Versatility, adapt, adjust. Can you be able to wiggle in the form that it does not affect you and others in a negative way? So I got that information today and I was like, damn. And I finally wrote back and all I said was mission accomplished.
Facts.
You see, you feel me?
Facts.
Mission accomplished, because I do drop music that will psychologically fuck your shit up. Because people look at me like the world looks at a lot of things like our mainstream artists and they think, oh, they don't go through nothing. She dressed nice, her hair nice, her glasses nice, her music this, she put money in. Nah. But the thing about me is that the more you know is the realest thing I could ever tell you in life. Living is learning. And if I can teach a child, an adolescent, a young man, a young woman, and an adult, even a senior citizen, another way to take on a perspective of life through my music, which is a hard thing.
Big fact.
That's difficult. If I can do that and I can continually do that every single day, I feel like these are dreams coming true on a daily basis. On a daily basis. So that's what I want people to understand. I want to answer your question. I want people to know that I am so in depth with my truths that we relate so much, we don't even got to hate. We just got to be true. Music is true to me, has always been, and I'm going to stay true to music. And I want every single person that hears my name, that knows that I'm on a feature or is tapped into anything I do, to say, Young Promise is on there, let me tap in, because I know I'm going to go away with something so much more powerful than I could ever try to like deflect, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. It's to the point that I am precise, and I'm trying to execute so many things at once, because our life is about learning.
I feel you. Top 5 dead or alive. Who you got?
Top 5 dead or alive shit. Top 5, I'm gonna tell you.
No particular order. You can say them however you want.
Okay, man, woman, top 5 dead or alive. I'm gonna tell you like this. Number 1, Tupac. The reason I say Tupac is not for no reason that nobody else say Tupac. The reason I say Tupac is because at a point in my life, at a very detrimental, downing point, and I say point, but I'm talking over a decade of my life, Tupac, he's a movement artist. He was always a movement artist. You see, I am a hip hop artist. I'm not a rapper. I'm a hip hop artist, and hip hop is about movements. And Tupac, when I was a child from 3rd grade up, I lived for the moment. He came on Jammin' Z 90.3 San Diego radio station at 4 o'clock. He was the first artist they played every single time. And my life was hell. My life was something that was so unmanageable that music was the only thing I could escape to and get some learning from people that I could connect to outside of my adopted home. Tupac used to spit that shit that said, I'm putting it right here. I'm putting it right here. Drugs, sex, all that shit. But I'm going to tell you like this, Tupac, number one, forever. At a point, I thought he was my daddy. So I didn't know my daddy. On real shit, I'm like, he talks so much shit that make me listen. I thought he was my daddy. Okay, so we going to move on. And I'm going to tell you like this, Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah on everything. And I'm going to tell you from her early on artistry, from the song Unity, UNITY, to see her now this many decades later, to watch her go from rap artist, comedian / actress / businesswoman / mentor / humanitarian / come on, Lifetime Achievement Award. She deserves it. And I've paid attention to her since then. I remember the videos. And to me, a woman of that stature deserves to be in a top 5 of anybody pursuing a game, especially for a female.
I hear that.
You see? So right there, then I'm gonna go next, Lil Wayne. Now, the reason I say Lil Wayne is because half of my family comes from New Orleans. I didn't meet my family until I was 26 years old. But I already had a love, and I knew nothing of that. I knew San Diego, I knew this and this and that. But the thing is, I studied Lil Wayne's artistry, his business and music become in one harmony. The way that he took adult people and his persistence and consistency in dealing with his life, and then knowing that he had a gift, not a gift that was just going to go away. He knew he had a gift, a calling, and he showed up every single day and said, man, let me rap. Let me do this. And he took and he lifted. He lifted something that was already formed before him at 8 years old. Until this day, this man is knowledgeable in many languages. He reads certain books. He is crossed over in many genres. He learns different instruments. He does something that a Black rapper wouldn't do, skate. You know what I mean? He is crossed over in so many things. And I know almost every single Lil Wayne song till this day, feature and all.
I hear that.
You see what I mean? So we got Tupac, Queen Latifah, Lil Wayne, Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle. There's different takes on Nipsey. I have one take on Nipsey. He made a lot of people his protege. That's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I'm a straight West Coast born. You know, I come from, my mama was a Crip, 4-7. My daddy was a Blood, straight Detroit. And I grew up, you know, all blue, true to the blue. Snoop Dogg. It's deeper than music for me. The person that can walk around and get rejected over and over and stay consistent and hard on what they do and stay true to who they are and last in a game like this, come on. Come on. You sell yourself. All of us sell ourselves everywhere we go. We just don't, some of us don't realize it. So I'm telling you, the West Coast is very prominent to me. A lot of people don't know. Pac came over here and the West accepted him and he loved the West the same way. And it became a West Coast thing. And Pac he lived and died for Cali. So the thing is, and that was the love. So I got you Tupac, Queen Latifah, Nipsey Hussle, Snoop Dogg. And if I could go to anyone else, I'm honestly going to take this right here. I'm going to say Missy Elliott. Because again, I'm about creative arts. I'm about transition. I'm about catalysts. I'm about changing the game. I'm about being true to myself. And to me, Missy Elliott was an artist that just, man, I mean, you could drop it. You could drop the videos. You can drop the soundtrack she's on. You can drop all these things. But Missy Elliott took the game by storm and she became the storm.
Big facts. Man.
You know, and then you got to go to Timberland. You got to go to, but right now in the mode that I'm in and in the state that I'm in with my artistry, those right there are my top 5, dead or alive.
Let me ask you this. Why do you feel like, and I'm mainly asking you this, one, born and raised San Diego. Mm. 2, you threw some, Nipsey, Pac, Snoop, top 5 for you. Why do you feel like West Coast hip hop don't get enough love in the industry compared to everybody else? I mean, me personally, it's a lot of West Coast artists that I fuck with heavy, and people be like, "Oh, they trash," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not listening to what you're saying. I'm a lyric dude. Yeah, you got to actually be saying something. I don't care. Yes. I'm not really focused on your beat. The hook don't mean but so much to me. I want to hear what you actually talking about. I need words that'll make me envision what the fuck you saying. And there's a lot of West Coast rappers that do that for me. Yes. Why do you feel like West Coast hip hop don't get enough love in the industry?
I believe honestly, it's probably the bottom level imitation. So when I say that there's bottom level imitation of these rappers, hip hop artists, like the ones that I mentioned, they get imitated, but it's not in full force. They get imitated, and it almost pushes them, the mainstream artists, out of the way for a minute. So that there's people that they say, "Hey, have you heard this? Have you heard this?" But I see in the West Coast, because I'm born and raised here. I've lived in San Diego. I've lived in LA. I lived in the Bay, and all of them a good amount of time. Born and raised San Diego, LA 6 years, Bay 7. So I've spent enough time, and I can tell you that the West Coast don't get enough appreciation for that, because our growth is different. Our lifestyle is different. We grow up different, meaning we are forced to go get it or go home. And if you are taking that in a serious, important way to progress your life, you're going to learn a lot faster than anybody else that comes from a more slower vibe, a more slower atmosphere, a more laid back. This is what we learn to do. Cali and West Coast artists are born off of knowing how to hustle, to grind. Those are two different things. But we have a certain appeal that in America, the appeal gets stolen, but the lyricism gets not much praise, because I can tell you to this day, I've brought up in conversations that I know a lot of men that will run around and bump Tupac, but you ain't listened to a word he said in many tracks that he said, because you live in the complete opposite. You see, I see it all day, every day. And it blows my mind, because I can still go back to certain albums, and I can still go back to this, and I'm still living that in my day and keeping it in the forefront of my mind. And that's why we say legends never die, because West Coast music is watered down by the high life. It's watered down by the high life, which means it throws shade on the actual education and the life experience of an artist like Tupac, and somebody that brought you something ahead of the times. Right. A lot of these artists brought stuff from ahead of the times that now you can look on anywhere and say, well, Tupac predicted the future. No, he was just in tune to what was going on, and he told the truth about it at the time.
He was tapped in on like a lot of these motherfuckers that's so-called artists or rappers.
Yes.
He ain't really tapped in tune to what's actually going on around them. They just talking about the shit that this sounds cool, so let me just say that.
Yeah.
That's actually real.
Yeah, because they want to talk about last night. See, now Pac was a person that wanted to talk about the future. He'll tell you last night and last week and putting money in the mailbox and doing what he had to do. But he will also let you know, and if you pay attention, even if he can only drop 8 bars that really turned around and said, well, this is what we got to do. He said, this is what's happening, but this is what needs to be done. So you got somebody contrasting the whole life versus, you know, even being able to poetically put it in music in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, whatever it may be. So with the West Coast, being born and raised on the West and dabbling in many different fields and growing up on the streets, selling drugs, going in and out of jail, being laced up by the big homies, I see we have fell away from that fast. So fast that the OGs then sat back and said, I can't fuck with y'all young niggas.
Thanks.
You see what I mean? And it's real. It's real. You know, so I preserve what I've been given. You know, I preserve it because I'm an OG at an early age. And it's funny because I'm willing to take that role because I was laced up so that it can continue and I can put on for the West Coast because we're taking for the image, the illusion. But they forget that real motherfuckers was bred and born and did their thing right here in the West Coast.
I hear you constantly talk about progression, elevation, shit like that. At this moment in your career, what do you feel like is your biggest flaw right now?
That's a great question. I actually just went over that and did some reflection the other day. My biggest flaw is beginning to, well, actually I'm at the end of it, but when I began to emotionally invest in those chasing artistry or the hip hop dream, and I emotionally invested in trying to lace these cats up. And my biggest flaw right now with my artistry is not giving enough attention to the business side of what I'm bringing to the game. Because the business side is what's going to give me the longevity that I've always wanted from the start. So I take a lot of time because I am a movement artist and because I want to implant and instill and display and demonstrate by being a leader, a natural born leader. I emotionally invest in things that I can see within, let's say, a week, a month, and I draw it out because I have a little compassion for somebody that has something that they say that I have a dream. You know, and I don't want to knock them and I don't want to, cut them down, but I want to be serious. So my biggest flaw is holding back on what I do because I've been holding back and I honestly don't know why fully, but I know a little bit of it is to know that I've been put in a position for years to kind of uplift others. And I have not taken the complete time to put that into myself. As I've grown inside of music, as I've come back for this last 2 years, and as I've really set these waves so high and these bars so high, and my biggest flaw is not being able to sit down and reflect on myself as much as I reflect on others and art situations together.
The average artist, including myself, forgets that there is a business side to this shit.
Yes,
a lot of us. And I'll say us because I've been spitting since I was like 12 years old.
Yes.
A lot of us don't realize that there's more than just getting on a mic and rapping. There's more to it than that. Yeah. As a young age, somebody tried to teach me how to make beats. I'm like, nah, I'm not. That ain't me. I'm a rapper. Now I'm looking back saying, damn, why didn't I learn that? Yes. At a younger age, somebody was like, yo, let me teach you how to manage an artist. And I'm like, that ain't me. I'm an artist myself. Now I'm looking back saying, damn, I probably should have learned that. The average artist don't realize that. One good thing I can say about the industry now, music now, is the internet has given people so much power to figure out so much more shit that some people are using it correctly. Some people don't. Yes. Getting that information, using it, building off of it, progressing with it, etc., etc. And more young artists need to do that and stop assuming that I'm just an artist. That shit's supposed to fall in my lap. Because it fall in your lap. The music can fall in your lap, but the money gonna be in somebody else's account.
Okay. Tell it. Speak up. Let them know.
That's the part motherfuckers actually gotta understand right there.
There it is.
That's the part motherfuckers gotta understand right there, point blank, period.
Yes. I mean? Completely.
So we're about to get out of here, but I want to ask you this, right? I'm listening to you talk, and like I said, I'm digging your energy. I'm digging your vibe. I dig the the way you talk about elevation, the way you talk about mentality, spirituality, all of that. You know what I mean? What do you feel like hip hop itself is lacking? Because me and you both know, everybody that's listening know, there's a huge oversaturation of artists now, mainly because the internet made it so much easier for everybody to just put out a song. Some people don't give a fuck what they actually putting out. They just put out bullshit just to say, oh, I got a song out there in the world, but nobody's listening to it because it sounds like shit. You're not that great, and you're not even promoting the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, what do you feel like the hip hop community is lacking right now?
I would say leadership and entertainment. So, and you see how I answered it fast because, this is a part of my whole being. This is a part of my whole existence. This is not just something that I can say so cliche, like music raised me, hip hop raised me. No, this is real. Music, I'm talking, when I say music, there's no stop sign on the genre. Music, you know what I'm saying? I got a tat right here. It says hip hop is me. One of my first tats I ever got. But I told you earlier, and quote me on that. Hip hop is about movement. So leadership and entertainment. And when I say entertainment, I mean properly done. So we have fell away from being able to not rush and put out trash.
Facts.
What are we rushing for? What are we? So if we can make 70 songs, you see, like when I tell you I am a creating machine, but if I can make 70 songs, and I know artists that don't even listen to their own music, and I know
that shit right there still blows my fucking mind.
It blows my fucking mind too.
When everybody else listen to your shit, but you don't listen to your own.
You don't even listen to it. How you gonna perfect your craft? Yeah. How you gonna perfect it? How you gonna perfect your shit? How you gonna perfect it? You must listen to it. So leadership and entertainment. Now, the reason I say leadership, we both probably know already, it is lacking leadership. So we have this whole 2-year pandemic. Even mainstream is lacking entertainment because things will come out and it's just like, what? And it's gone. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So nothing follows up with it. So like, I can take you back to like days of like, I mean, we had like Young Money and Drake, who was, you know, he comes from something that people seen, like the video God's Plan. To me, that's a follow-up in entertainment. You don't just put out these videos that's because you can pay a lot of money, you can throw smoke and you can make a nigga 70 people. And that's not entertainment all the way. Entertainment is being consistent and being able to give these people, especially younger artists who are actually passionate and pursuing a career in this, the entertainment that we used to get back in the day. We got entertainment. Videos were all different. You could watch a Mike Jack video. You could watch an Usher video. You could watch a Timbaland. You could watch, and they were just bringing different shit. Now the entertainment is so parallel to the point that everything's so simultaneously the same. Where's the entertainment? I'm not entertained by the same shit. You see? So the leadership needs to say, somebody needs to be able to step out, and our independent music world has the capability and the ability to do that because the playing field is like this now. The playing field is like this now. Now, mainstream, if people know their business etiquette on that, a lot of those artists are contracted. They got to do certain shit. They got to do this and that. So now you keep yourself separated, because when you separate yourself and the playing field is going like this, and you have a chance to take off in a way that you see no one's willing to do, because they're now looking at illusions of, well, mainstream ain't doing it, so I can just put out a whack ass song and just see if I get 100 views or 100 plays. That's not the game. That's not the game. But that's because there's nothing to follow up on. A lot of people don't have nothing to follow up on. So like me, I am the brand. Work all day. You can listen to my music. I'm on 15 plus platforms. You can check out my talk show. You can follow up on my clothing website. You can see what I design. You can see how many artists I also go ahead and make sure I give them quality on their cover art. I do work all day graphics. I continue to put my creations out so that it comes back. Now, that's leadership to me, meaning you think I'm going to see another person step up and do the same thing and be like, oh, nigga, you copying me. No, please do it. because there's no limitations to what you can create, because the more you create in a real form, it never stops. That's how much more you see what I mean? You get inspired by it. So the leadership has to be there. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. And it's not, to me, it's not about money.
I feel like there's no leadership because everybody feel like I'm better than you, but they low key don't want you to get better than them. So the more I keep to myself, the less liable you are to be better than me. That shit is corny.
I agree, and it's corny as fuck.
Everybody that's listening to that mentality, you corny.
That shit corny.
He's a fucking bozo. Point blank period.
Yeah, straight clown. You clowning, because I don't do nothing with nobody to make sure that we ain't even on a, like, even if we working together, let's make sure we, first of all, the relationship is, the energy got to be together. You see, our vision got to at least meet up. We're going to have different visions, but if we working together on a project, then if we not meeting right here on a vision, then if it's like this and like this and like this, I can't really mess with you, because I come with that every single time I approach anything that I do. I don't care if it's just a intro for something. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's about leadership, and what leaders are supposed to do is breed more leaders.
Facts.
You see, and once we breed more leaders, we continue to do. I'm in my own lane. That's what I do know. I'm in my own lane.
Too many leaders trying to be the only one that lead, but you got to fall.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall off at some point.
Yeah,
you gotta have a fucking protege.
Yes, you got to have a protege.
That.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the game just die with you. Like what the fuck kind of shit?
Yeah, you see the game still alive. Pac been dead since '96. I'm out here right where he got killed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The game don't die with you. And that's something about where I'm taking the time right now to basically develop my digital content ID, my digital carbon ID, because I am a natural born creator. And even though I have compassion for those coming up under me, and I have all time respect for those who then led the way for me, I want to make sure that I stamp everything, both legitimately, business-minded, musically, visually, and I want to stamp everything with a mark that they can say, man, Young Promise, you know what I'm saying? They want to give me the flowers, you know what I'm saying? Like, here they are. But I wanted somebody to be able to take it and, you know, and just excel, you know what I'm saying? Just excel, because I use my platforms to drop plays, and people don't realize that. I had to say it sometimes. Y'all missing the plays. I'm dropping the plays. You see? So I've canceled out from working. Last year, I worked with probably 26 different artists. I've dropped it down to about 3. That's how serious it's got, because if I can get a garden with a whole bunch of dead earth, and I pull it up and I plant one plant and that motherfucker blossoms so big, and then I can pull it out and replant, that's all I need. That's all the world need. You know what I mean?
Facts, man. Yo, listen, y'all better listen to what the fuck she said. She just dropped a lot of fucking jewels on y'all. That's some real ass shit. She just dropped a lot of fucking jewels. And if y'all ain't paying attention, like I keep telling y'all, I'm bringing people on here so they can help y'all to fuck out.
Yes.
I'm not bringing on no fucking haters. I'm not bringing on no fucking bozos. I'm bringing on motherfuckers that's dropping jewels, man. Rather that's their life experiences or shit that they can tell you that can help y'all to fuck out.
Yeah.
Real quick, Young Promise. Where can I need you to tell the people 3 things real quick. Right?
Okay.
Number 1, where can they find you?
Okay.
Number 2, what can they get from you? And number 3, what can they expect from
you? I love that. So you can find Young Promise, KILLUH YP, the GOAT 2 times, the most hated lover. You can find me on every music platform. Spotify.
Whoa. Run that back. The most hated lover.
The most
glazing over that one. Holy shit. We weren't about to glaze over that one, big nigga. Nah. Keep going.
You feel me? And I'm gonna claim it. Let's go. So you can find me everywhere. Spotify, YouTube Music. You can find me on Tidal. You can find me on Amazon Music. You can find me on iHeartRadio. You can find me on what's all these platforms, man? You can find me on Bands in Town to find out where I'm performing next. Any type of show, any type of event. You can find me on The Block. You can EEE, Everything Entertainment Expo. You can find me Shit, man. You can find me, you can look me up under my Real Spit True to Life talk show. You can look me up under Work All Day Graphics. You can look me up under workalldayrecords.com. My website is listed on all the work I've been doing. A lot of people that I'm tapped into. You can find me in short films, IMDb credits. I'm in 2 movies that I just did this last 6 months. You can find me, type me in. Just Google me.
I was about to say Google, motherfucker.
Just Google me.
She literally just said work all day, and she just lets you know she work all fucking day.
All fucking day and tomorrow. So and check this out. So the second one is, what can you get from me? You can actually find merchandise. I'm gonna start dropping things like this for y'all. This is a work all day jersey. It got Young Promise on the back. I'm gonna start officially making them where the people that are really tapped in, my genuine supporters that I genuinely appreciate. I'm gonna make things for y'all. I got a line coming out, Wad Squad Clothing. Y'all know the shop. It's work-all-day.myshopify.com. You can get all the merch right now. But we are coming with the Mostly Mental collection. You see me dropping it. Y'all make sure you tap in because the Mostly Mental collection is going all the way. We got some other collections coming, but it's the Mostly Mental is a all season collection because I want you to stay in your mind, balance out your heart. The third one, you say, what can they expect? They can expect everything great. Nothing is going to get less. My name is Young Promise. I am a powerful force, and I inspire greatness within myself and others on a daily basis. So everything that I touch will turn to gold. Everything I touch, from a young life to an old life, I will make sure that we are tapped in, we are connected, and we are doing things that this world is missing, and that is connection. That is connection. I'm talking from the natural source. Find your authentic form, because I'm going to give y'all that all day, every day, nighttime, noontime, morning time. I'm going to make sure that it's circulating on a level that y'all want to reach, because I'm up here. Y'all can meet me at the top. It's Young Promise. You can hit me on IG, KILLUH_YP_on the beat. That's my personal page. I opened it up to bring some supporters back that I've had. I had to close it down for a minute. They be stalking me. But hey, check this out. It's all about work. Work all day where dreams get caught. I'm going to tell y'all again. Work all day where dreams get caught. I'm linking arms with you, brother.
Y'all hear what the fuck she's saying, man.
I'm linking arms with you, brother.
Y'all motherfuckers better get because she fucking grinding.
Oh, God.
Fucking grinding. She's not fucking playing. A lot of you motherfuckers is out there, y'all pussyfooting and sitting on your motherfucking hands. What she doing is she putting one foot in front of the other every single time she possibly can. She in motion.
That's
so if you ain't in motion, you need to hit up a motherfucker like this so you can learn how to be in motion. Even if it's to get a little bit of, yo, how can I do this? Yo, how can I, matter of fact, how can I get a fucking feature? What a lot of you motherfuckers don't understand, sometimes that feature gonna help you the fuck out too. That's
real. That's real. I respect that so much. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Y'all look out for a track called Feel the Bang. I'm gonna say it right now. Look out for Feel the Bang. Look out for everything. My OCD EP is the first EP I've ever done. It's so difficult to do because I can't stop recording. My EP is called OCD. It's a mental flip on a disorder, but I'm going to call it the Obsessive Champion Disorder. I'm 7 tracks in. Y'all look out for that. Y'all look out for Feel the Bang. We marketing, we promoing, and we open up the floodgates for everybody who want to link arms with us. That's serious. Features, graphic arts, promotion, showcasing, and I'm talking global domination. We don't see no limits around here. We reciprocate what we do. We make sure we lock in, like I said right now, all on the table. Your girl, Young Promise, aka KILLUH YP. Work all day.
We lock the fuck in.
We lock the fuck in.
All on the motherfucking table.
Boom. Boom.
I'm a winner. I don't think you niggas know me. I don't got a lot of homies. They be riding like they phone me. Yeah, I just keep it on the low key. Yeah, I be riding by my lonely. Yeah, I be riding by my lonely. Yeah, on the low key. I be riding by my lonely. By my lonely. Yeah, what's the gut on a blunt. I'ma pour the gas in, nigga, what you asking? Money calling, bass beat, heartbeat, I do this shit with passion. I ain't Kim or Chloe, but I'm in the Kardashian. Born to do it big, I'ma do it massive, just to camouflage they reactions. Haters disappear cause they hate that I'm magic. They all need glasses, can't see that, they cannot match this. Doing what they fathom, I'ma do it to the casket. Bad bitty on my mattress. Said I'm acting different since I turned to a dragon. I'm still smashing, haters give me room like a mansion. I don't think you niggas know me, I don't got a lot of homies. They be riding like they for me, yeah. I just keep it on the low key, yeah. I be riding by my lonely, yeah. I be riding by my lonely, yeah. On the low key, I be riding by my lonely, yeah. Drop swag, they mad, full mag, toe tags. Get to ducking when I'm coming, yeah, I'm going full blast. You think I'm playing and I'm not. I be tippy top to the bottom, top notch. One squeeze make you squat. Money in my pocket make a nigga pocket watch. Screaming R.I.P.T. I'ma meet you at the top. Keep it moving hopscotch. Got the eyes of a hawk, big balls in my crotch. These fake little niggas never give me big props. You see these big rocks, got them bumping on my neck like the pox. The way I shine got them shocked. I'm a solid bitch, leave them rocked. I got hella sauce, so I floss. Not a dentist, I'm a boss. All money in, no loss. Never give me bin or crisscross applesauce. I'll be at your jaws, blow a jada kiss and rough ride like a lock. I be tippy top to the bottom, top notch. One squeeze make you squat. Money in my pocket make a nigga pocket watch. Screaming R.I.P.T. I'ma meet you at the top. I don't think you niggas know me, I don't got a lot of homies. They be riding like they for me, yeah. I just keep it on the low key, yeah. I be riding by my lonely, yeah. I be riding by my lonely, yeah. On the low key, I be riding by my lonely, yeah. Killer white P, captain in my ship. Alone made me strong, so alone ain't shit.